Before calculating the reorder point for the example for Best Buy, we need first to revisit some basic concepts from statistics. So if x is a random variable of which we know the variance, which is this expression here, the variance of n times that variable is n times the variance of the variable, which is something kind of tricky to say, but it's what is written right here. And the standard deviation for n times x is the square root of n times the variance of the original variable. Let's see that in an example. As it is the case in the Best Buy case, if the standard deviation of the demand during 1 month is 200, okay, the variance during 1 month is the square, that value to the power of 2, which is written here, which is 400, okay, this is 40,000 computers. So the standard deviation, which is what we want to calculate for us to get the reorder point, we can calculate that over 2 months, for example, and the standard deviation of the demand during 2 months is the square root of 2 times the variance of the demand during 1 month, which is the square root of 2 times 40,000 computers, which is this number here. Okay, if our lead time was, instead of 2 months, was 0.5 months, we would do exactly the same, but we would use 0.5 in this expression here. And of course, our standard deviation for that time would be a lower value. And if it's 1.5 months, the standard deviation for 1.5 months is the square root of 1.5, the variance of the demand during 1 month. So it is square root of 1.5 times 40,000 computers, which is the value here, and so on. In general, if we want to calculate the standard deviation during n months, what we do is we calculate the square root of n times the variance of the demand during 1 month, which is the expression here, and we would just need to substitute this n with the number of months of our lead time. So we can apply this to any time unit, to any values for the demand or for the variance, in case we're given one or the other. That way we can calculate the standard deviation of the demand during the lead time for us to calculate the safety stock or to apply according to the probability we might like to have of not having stockouts.